from school. All right. Let's chit chat. Where? Hello, hello.
Is that a brooder?
Shopping.
How are you?
That's true friendship. You go out shopping,
Happy
you let
day.
someone work out in your garage.
Yeah, hey man, 2020.
That's awesome.
Oh, I miss your face.
I miss you too. Oh my gosh.
Am I interrupting your workout? You guys are
No, we're just,
Like
you
this
know,
is being recorded.
workout.
the noon crew.
Thank
We just hang
God
out.
Anthony's not here. He'd be like, mad.
Time for lunch.
Sorry.
All right. Let's talk. So here's what we got for today. We do have strength to start. So it's going to be deadlifts. That's how we lured everyone in to do the burpees today. We're going to start with deadlifts. So it's every minute and a half for 8 sets. We got 3 deadlifts. And we are looking to hopefully build depending on what kind of equipment you have. Susie, I know you only have kind of like 2 weights, so that's it. So you could do 2 things. You could, one, either increase the amount of deadlifts you're doing, so you could up the reps a little bit, or not, you know, so we're not doing too much hinging. You could also slow the reps down. So if you do 3 super slow tempo deadlifts, that might be a really good way to work.
Heaviest I have is only 95.
Right, it's super light, right? So slow, really slow tempo, and then, you know, see how that feels. You could always up the reps a little bit if you'd like. Okay. The conditioning today, choose your own Erg-venture. So you have options if you have the equipment, right? Mindy does. So 1K row, 1K ski, or 2.4K bike. For most people, that's in the like 4 to 5, maybe 5.5 minute time frame. And then 100 bar facing burpees. So if you have the room to do bar facing, we can do them facing the bar. You could always just do regular burpees, or you could put a plate. Ideally, we were thinking like, you know, one of those fat 45. So it's about 4 inches. You do your burpee, do a little hop onto the plate each rep. Because burpees, you know, can make them a little bit harder. And that's for time. And then at the end, we've got 4 sets of 15 banded tricep extensions. Yeah, if you don't have bands at home, I'll show you some ways we can work around that. Any questions movement-wise?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have a rower, right?
What do I do? Like, I have a stationary bike downstairs.
How far is that?
No, it's after the deadlifts I can.
Oh, you can just set up downstairs.
Yeah.
That would work. It's like one of those like an Airdyne, not like an assault bike, right?
And no, it's not an assault bike.
Yeah. Well, like a Peloton kind of thingy. Like
yeah.
it's a regular stationary bike. Okay.
Yeah, but I can add but I wouldn't.
Yeah. So in that case, just because, you know, the conversions are probably super different, I would just go for 4 minutes.
Or I can jump rope for 4 minutes. No.
You could. That's a lot of jump rope.
I mean, the idea is conditioning, right? The idea
it's
is
conditioning. Yeah. Just heavy breather. So if you feel like you'll get more out of that than sitting on the bike for 4 minutes, then.
I think so. I watch a movie doing the bike, so.
Just chill out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do jump rope.
Okay.
Work on 4 minutes of double practice.
Not fake rowing.
Not fake rowing. Like I told you, that's why I was like, I'm saving for a rower. Because every time a rowing workout came out, I was like, this is terrible. Why don't we could do step ups.
That's what I was thinking. Oh my God, we shared the same brain.
Ta-da. We'll make it work.
We'll make it work.
So we do step ups.
All right. Yeah. How many would you do? 100, like
5 minutes.
5 minutes is long. It should be about 4.5 minutes. So let's see. It's close to 100.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, do it 100, 100.
You know what? It's better than doing 100 of those rows.
Of those.
You do anything. Come on.
She's like,
I'm begging.
anytime Alan's not coaching, I'll show back up to the noon class.
I have an option.
Mindy, what are you going with?
I'm gonna row.
In a row. Okay. Does she have a bike too?
She doesn't. I mean, seriously?
Whatever.
Come on, Jessica.
If I went to Natalie's house, I could have gone on the bike.
That's right.
But
She does have a
This
bike.
house is like probably 1/10 of a mile closer than Natalie's. So
Rather do a 2K row than going on the bike. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, movement-wise, are okay? You guys are gonna try the burpees?
Yeah. What if we realize in the middle of the burpees, like 100 burpees might be too much? Is there something to modify just in case my toe starts to feel like I'm like not doing the right thing for it?
Yeah. So you can do push-ups on the 1 foot, right? You could crisscross.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you could do push-ups if you want something a little more cardio.
I do like 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 squats.
Yeah,
Like that.
you can mix it up. Yeah, so you're not just, hitting muscular
Starfish,
fatigue.
jumping jacks.
Yeah.
You're
All right, but
exercisers.
But I'm gonna try. I really am hoping to get it done.
Me too.
Yeah,
Unless
I mean, you did the burpee workout last week, right? And that didn't bother you?
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah. Just be cautious of, it's going to be mostly when you're coming up, right? Because when you hop back, you're really kind of just dropping down, or it's more like to the knees. So it's really coming up when you're bringing your feet in.
Yeah.
And this starts happening, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm
if you
pretty
can
good at
go,
the flat foot part.
if you can go wide, so you're landing more on your flat foot, or you just step up, just lunge up.
Okay.
Then you'll be fine. Yeah.
So
you
this
completely
might
avoid
take
the toes.
like 130.
Yeah, you just you go like a little bit slower on the burpee, so you're not gonna risk hitting your toe.
Okay. But we'll be here until tomorrow, but that's fine.
That's okay.
I mean, I'm not. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, good.
Susie's gonna compete with you for who can take longer on the burpees today.
We've been doing this for years.
Gonna give Eddie some redemption. Give Eddie some redemption today.
That's right. Aries, you're gonna be rocks.
We have like a tiny, funny little story. So it was like back to school night the other night, and it's like the Zoom call, and everybody's face pops up, and it's like both our kids are into music, and it's writing and arranging, like the totally random class, and it's like my face and Mindy's face. It's like
we're back together on Zoom
forever. Like the most random class at Westfield High School. Hey!
You're like, it's me again.
Yes, hi.
It was
We should
great.
just live stream our lives all the time on Zoom. Just walk around with like GoPros.
Like that show. What was that show with what was that movie? Oh, I can't remember, but it was like
Oh, Jim Carrey, right? In the Truman Show? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Truman
yeah.
Show? Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's what we are. We're the Susie Mindy Show. All right, are we ready?
All
right. Let's work out. All right, so we're going to start with some Sumo Inchworms. All right. We are going to do the push-ups since we're doing a bunch of burpees today. Really, the inchworm, we're trying to keep our legs as straight as you can. So if you're more flexible, it doesn't have to be sumo with that wider stance. You can just bring it in. If you're tighter, then we want to go a little bit wider, making sure the legs stay as straight as you can, right? Walk into that plank. We're going to do our push-up, and then walk our hands back. All right, we're going to do 5. Sumo inchworms. once you've done your 5, we're gonna go 10 glute bridges. So laying on your back, right? We're gonna plant those feet and drive up through your heels, right? Squeeze your glutes at the top. Nice and slow back down to the ground. We're doing 10. And then we're gonna go 15. So in the warm-up it's 15 bar hop overs. Really, Deej is really the only one that needs to do that. So Mindy and Susie, you could do like jumping jacks, modified jumping jacks, or like the little toe taps or step ups, like the low step ups. That works too. Yeah, it's a little like plate step, toe tap. That works. All right. So those 3 movements, that's 1 set. We're going to do that 3 times. So 5 sumo inchworms, 10 glute bridges, and then 15 hops, jumping jacks, or toe taps. Good. 10 glute bridges. And we've got our little hops, 15 hops, 5, 10, 15. Nice. Then we got 1 more time through. And stretching out those hamstrings a little bit. Again, once you've done your 5 sumo inchworms, 10 glute bridges. And then our last set of hops. All right, warm up part 2. We're gonna do some good mornings. If you want to do this loaded, you can. You can put the barbell in that back rack. You don't have to. Remember, our feet are hip width, so narrower stance for this. You can kind of soften those knees a little bit, and then we're sitting those hips back, right? Keep that good neutral spine. We're going as low as you can without losing that positioning, and then stand nice and tall, right? Remember, just like our deadlifts, when you're standing up, think glute bridge. So you're gonna try and squeeze your glutes, lock your quads, drive those heels into the ground. All right, 10 good mornings. Nice and slow on the way down. Squeeze and fire everything on the way up. Good. Once you've done your 10, then we're gonna go 10 squat thrusts. Some Indian twos, I would just step for these, right? Step back and step plank. You can play around with hopping the feet up if you'd like. Just remember, go wide if you need to. We want to land flat foot, not into the toes. If you find like you're going a little more toes as you hop in, then just kind of lunge up. We're doing 10 of those in squat thrusts. Could also do squat thrusts to a box, because that would make it easier to bring your feet flat. So if you find the burpees start to bother you, you could try like a burpee or a squat thrust to a box because you're elevated. It might make it easier because you're not going from, you know, that horizontal position trying to fling your feet under. So that's a good option too. From here, we're going to go 10 deadlifts. All right, so grips just outside the hips. Remember, we're keeping that narrow stance. Belly tight, shoulders are back, right? We do want to engage your shoulders, so pinch them back, right? Engage your lats, pull that bar into you. And then we're going to start mid-shin, right? So keep that bar nice and close. Again, once you're clear of the knees, squeeze your glutes. And remember, on the way down, we are pushing those hips back. Good, so Mindy, keep those knees back a little bit more as you're going down. Yep. So you feel like you're kind of moving out of the way of the bar, not the bar has to move around you. Good. Nice, Susie, now when you go down, don't let it kick away from you. So when you're going down, it's doing this, okay? Try and let it almost lightly skim down your thighs as you go down. Yep, yeah. Awesome. Once you've done your 10 deadlifts, we're gonna do 5 burpees. Susie and Mindy, just regular burpees. Rish, these are gonna be over the bar. Just for you. You can do them to a plate too if you like, Mindy and Susie. Whatever works for you guys.
Did you say do it to a plate?
You could do that instead if you want to, you know, make them a little bit more difficult, but you don't have the space for like a bar facing burpee. Yeah, you
Okay.
could, like do a little hop onto a plate.
Onto a plate. Okay, I'll think about it.
Yeah, I mean, for you guys, we're just trying to manage the foot, so you know, you could stay with a regular burpee and just make sure you're focusing on not hurting that toe.
I think I'm going to just stay with the regular burpee and focus on that.
Yep, I'm good with that. Okay, so for the next couple minutes, we're going to warm up that deadlift. So, Mindy, what's the weight selection like at Shea Bruder?
It's pretty awesome. I think
Pretty good.
I could go up to my max, so I can.
That's good. Okay, so You know, for 3, generally we think on the heavier side. So warm up to something medium, medium heavy. And then we're going to look to build over our 8 sets.
Okay.
Okay. So Arij and Mindy, I'll give you guys, you know, a couple minutes to kind of work up.
How
So
many
where
are
do you want to
How
start?
many sets? 5?
8.
Okay.
3, it's 8 sets of 3.
Mm-hmm.
And Susie, you can load your bar. It's like ding, ding, done. So go real slow on those. Susie, when you're coming up, right, do like a 5 count, right? Or you could even pause. So, you know, slow up to the knees. You could do like a 3-second pause at the knees and then up. And then same thing on the way down. You can come down, do a 3-second pause at the knees, boom, tap. And move through your 3 reps that way. Yeah, because tempo is always a really good way to make lightweight more beneficial and challenging.
Alan.
Yeah.
Should I like diagonal myself kind of like this for you to see me better?
Yeah, I like a 3/4. Usually 3/4 is a little bit better. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good. Now on your setup too, if you can, try and just shift those knees back just a touch.
Okay.
Just you don't have to feel like you're going around your knees.
Okay. I'll mute.
As much as I love deadlifts, I hate loading and unloading the bar on those days.
It's a lot. Do you have like a small plate, like a 5 or 2.5?
I do have sets of lots of 5s and lots of 2.5s. Yes.
Yeah, so those are really good. You just take like a 2.5 pound and then roll it under the first plate. It makes it way easier to slide the other plates on and off.
Nice. I will do that. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah, otherwise that's like a workout in itself. You gotta like lift the one side, keep the weight on. There you go, Mindy. Nice. Are these the red one? The red ones are what, 55, right? 55 pounds? Nice. Those are the fancy heavy ones.
It's whatever I found when the quarantine and row goes out of stock.
It's like what this is what they had.
I got through someone who's moving.
Oh, that's cool.
To get rid of them, it's like I get them.
Nice.
And
I've never used the red plates. I was like, I've never used the red ones. I figured probably deadlifts like the only thing I would use them for.
The squats too. The squats too, like the back squats.
Oh, that's true. Squats, yeah. That's good. It's nice to have a heavy set.
Yep.
That's because you're a race. You need that for 2 movements.
You got those strong legs.
You got those strong legs.
Can make you an Oli lifter. Get that
You know
snatch
what
up there.
crazy the other day was doing the box step ups in the front rack. That was
super hard.
That was super hard, and I was like hobbling around after that.
It's a really good one to work, especially when you find yourself like, hey, I've like been squatting 100 for the last 5 years, and I can't get over it. I don't know why. No matter how much I squat, you know, what I'm doing, a lot of the times it's because of that unilateral stuff is imbalanced or weak, and squatting is not gonna hit it where it needs to. So that's a really good one.
Yeah, that was intense for sure.
Yeah, and that was a barbell, right? Imagine you get to the point where you can like load that up and feel pretty like confident and comfortable doing step ups. And then you go back to doing a back squat and you're like, God, this is easy. I get to use both legs at once.
I'm amazing. Oh.
That's the fun stuff.
Yeah. So Alan, where should I pause if I'm gonna pause?
At the knees, on the way up and down.
Above the knee or below the knee?
Right in front of the knee.
Oh, all right, let's try that. How about that?
How about them apples? So right there. Good. And then on the way down too. Yep. Now remember, part of it is your lats are engaged too, right? So when you're there, think like you're pushing back on that bar and almost like, you know, don't dig it into your knees, but you should be actively kind of pulling that bar in. Yep. Good.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't take much.
Yeah, there we go.
That'll be pretty good.
Yeah, that's better. Arish, what's your 1 rep max deadlift?
325.
Oh, you are a badass. Look at you. Look at you. Like that smile. Like 325.
325? That's amazing. Oh my God, Arish, you're a rock star.
I remember that day. I couldn't like feel my head after that. I was like, oh.
So you see those YouTube videos, they're like PR, and then they walk away and they just fall over.
Yes, it's exactly the same feeling.
A lot of exertion.
You see stars, I think. I mean, I think I've definitely.
I mean, you watch any like those strongman stuff, they're like deadlifting like 1,000 pounds and they're like puking at the same time. You're like, why would you put yourself through that? But they're really strong. All right.
I think I'm just going to start with 130, 125. That's good for me.
That's plenty. I mean, you have 8 sets. So, you know, you could do small jumps or, you know, every other set you can build out. 8 sets is a lot to jump up over. So plenty of time to work up to something.
And then work, you know,
we'll
see.
See how I feel. We're good to go? All right. So, I'm going to run the clock. We got 1.5 minutes each set, and we're going in 10. Three, 2, 1. Remember, nice big belly breath. Hold that in as you move through that deadlift. Easy. Keep that bar close. Pull it back. Pull it back. Nice.
I'm making Jessica's dog bark. I feel really bad.
Is it just when you drop?
Yeah.
Control the third one. Control it down.
Yeah. All right. Fine.
Working the descent is just as important as working the pull. We have about 30 seconds. So just keep in mind, right, 1.5 minute time frame. It's not like a ton of time. So, you know, it's definitely going to limit how much you can put on that top end. Just because, you know, usually for strength, you've got like 3 to 5 minutes to walk around. So this is definitely a quicker turnover. 10 seconds. Get that kid set up. Nice deep breath. 3, 2, 1. Nice, Mindy. Good, Susie. Nice, Arish. Arish, your PR deadlift, is that with double overhand grip?
Yes.
That's really good.
I try not to do the mixed grip as much as I can, so
That's
I
good.
make my grip stronger.
Yeah, that's good. The longer you can work your overhand, the better. That's really good. That means if you switch grip, you'd probably be, if you get used to switching, at least like 40, 50 pounds more.
I feel like I need another 6 months to reach the same 1 rep max because.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been a while, but, but just saying. That's good.
So
My
you shouldn't be using my mixed grip on the 95s that I'm doing right now.
For you should be doing double overhand, yes.
Yeah, I was
You
doing.
could even hook grip if you'd like.
Yeah. All right.
Bonus work.
Yeah.
10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let me grab it. Arish, grab one of your 2.5 pound plates. Look, you just do this. So you put it here, you roll your bar up onto it, and then everything out will slide on and off really, really easily. Makes it much easier to change. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to change weights. All right, 2, 1, whenever you're ready, get set, big breath. This is set 4. Okay, drive those knees out a bit, Arish. Nice. Good, Susie. Nice, Mindy. Got a nice little seat there. All right, 10 seconds. This is set 5. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Mindy. real quick. So just remember at the top, right from here up, when you're coming up, think squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. So more like here, where you pull the hip through, as opposed to kind of starting to do one of those, right? So squeeze your butt as hard as you can. You got about 30 seconds. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Remember, deep breath, hold it in. Nice. Good, Mindy. Yep, look good. Everybody. Nice, Susie. Good. Keep pulling back on that bar. Awesome. Nice. Good. So we got 2 more sets. If you're thinking about maybe where you want to end up, or you know how you're feeling, 2 more sets to kind of see if you want to jump or stay where you're at. Isn't it so much easier? Just slides. You don't have to lift the bar. It's the little things.
Makes life a lot easier.
Yeah. Especially when you're like cleaning up, taking it off, that's like, it's a lot easier because it just slides off. You're not like trying to lift half the bar and you're like, just under 10 seconds, guys. Ladies. 3, 2, 1. This is set 7. Good, Mindy, keep it close. Pull that bar into your legs. Yeah, good. Nice. Good job, Adese. Come on. Stay tight. Knees out. Ooh-wee. Good. Make sure so on that third one, you got that kind of rock forward on the toes. Slam those heels down. That's usually when you're lowering. So just watch when you're lowering, right, that it doesn't start to pull you forward, because then we're going to start to get pulled onto those toes, right? So really think sit back. It's counterintuitive, right? You think if you kind of lean forward, it's going to protect the back, but we want to sit back more. Push the hips back and brace with your belly.
The funny part that this is only 5 pounds difference.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like when you do a press, like strict press, you add like 2 pounds on the side. It's like, and now it doesn't move. You take it off and you're like, and I did it. All right, 10 seconds. This is our last set. So remember, you have the whole minute and a half. If you need a little more rest before you hit that last set, feel free to take it. All right, whenever you're ready, let's get that last set. Last set of 3. Good, and then you control it again, pull it in. Yeah, don't let it swoop out. Good job, Adese. Deep breath, up. Pull it back, pull it back. There you go. Keep pulling into your legs. Nice. Good. Nice, Susie. Awesome work. Not that good.
I haven't done math in a while, so I have to figure out what I did.
That's always the hardest part.
40,
Bar math.
55, 65, 75, 85. 85 twice is 170.
Yep.
No, I don't think I did that. That's 200, 205. I don't think I did that. I have to add it myself.
What do you have on there? 45?
I have 45, 15, 10, and 5 on each side.
45, 15, 10, 5. And that's a 35 bar?
10 plus 5, 75. Okay. Times 2, 150, 130, 180 I did.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's not so bad.
Yeah, 185, right?
I'll
yeah.
take it. 185. That's pretty good.
That is good. That's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
All right. So Mindy's rowing. Deej is going to jump rope. And Susie's going Stairmaster. Stairmaster Plus.
Step-ups. Do I do the full extension like that?
Yes.
Okay, just make sure like when we do our, like we straighten out one leg, put it down, straighten out the other leg.
As best you can. You don't have to be like super strict about it, but yeah,
Okay.
So I'd rather you keep moving at a steady pace. Like don't, overthink it and like pause down. Like if you miss extension on a couple or, you bring that other foot a little bit quick, that's fine. Because this is more just to have you move. But, we still want pretty good range of motion on this.
Okay.
I'm almost taking apart my bar. I just have to get it out of the way so I have place to burpee. Sorry.
You're good. No worries. So Mindy, you're doing the 1K. Susie, you're doing 100. And Deej, I will let you know at 4 minutes.
Okay. Should I maybe bring no, I can't. Once I move
No, you're good.
Once I move the iPad, I lose the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no, that's fine. If anything, you could always, if you're like, you probably wouldn't be able to hear me anyways, but if you want me to be able to see your row, you could always just like angle it a little bit.
Yeah.
But you probably can't really hear me once you're on the rowing.
Yeah.
That wheel is loud.
Well, you can critique me after. I'll show you my skills now.
Yep. Yeah, I can give you tips after.
You can tell me after.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Deej is ready to rock. Mindy's strapped in, and Susie's got her laces tied. Excellent. Okay. So 1K, 100 step-ups, 4 minutes of jumping rope. Deej, you okay? Question? Okay. Good. All right. We're going in 10. 3, 2, 1, you. Susie. Jabarish. Nice, Mindy. Nice job, ladies. We're just trying to move. Definitely want to breathe heavy, but we don't want to go crazy, right? Definitely don't blow up on the first part. So we got plenty to do afterwards. Garish. Try and keep that breathing consistent as you jump. Nice, Susie. Good pulls, Mindy. Nice. Good row. Garish, you got 1 minute. Keep it going, keep it going. Nice, Susie. Good step ups. Ten seconds, Harish. Keep it going, keep it going. 2, 1. That's 4 minutes. Burpee time. Good. Breathe each rep, chip away. Just keep it moving. Good. Give me those arms overhead, though. Yeah, there it is. And then, like, a little hop. Nice, Mindy. Couple deep breaths. Let's get right into those burpees. Nice, Susie. Laying down's nice, too. Nice, Susie. Awesome. Yeah, remember, nice control. Make sure we're bringing those feet up nice and flat. If you're kicking them up, if you need to, lunge them up. Great job, ladies. Remember, keep that breathing consistent. Nice deep breath each rep. Just find the pace you can keep moving at. Nice, Mindy. Good, Susie. There you go, Arish. Awesome work, ladies. Chip away, chip away. Nice, Susie. Got Mindy. Nice pace. There you go, Arish. Good. Breathe right back down. You got Susie. Back up, back up. Doing good, doing good. You got Arish. Come on, couple deep breaths, right back down. Nice, Mindy. Got a really good pace going. Nice job, ladies. Awesome work. Keep it going. Good job, Susie. Come on, back on it. Nice, Harish. There you go, Mindy. There you go, Harish. Nice, good. Couple deep breaths, right back down. Good. Nice work, Susie. Nice job, ladies. Nice. There you go, Mindy. Come on. Keep it going, keep it going. Nice. 14:54. Good job. Nice, Susie. Good job, Harish. Chipping away, getting closer every rep. Keep it going. Nice, Harish. 15:09. Good job. Nice, Susie. Way to hop those feet in.
Good job, Suze. You got this.
Oh,
Good job, Suze. You're so tall. It's so much work when you're tall.
It's a long way up.
I know.
Long way up and down.
Uh-huh. Great job, Suze.
oh.
Nice, Susie. Good job. 16:32.
That's great. Great job. Oh,
Oh my God.
I know.
Very, very nice job.
Alan, were you talking to me about my pulls and I didn't hear you?
No, they look good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It started with the damper on 2, and I put it on 6 or 5. But it was so much better. Like, I got so much more out of it. I could get
you
so
can
much
feel the
further.
resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pulls look really good.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome job, ladies. Accessory, I know your arms are probably pretty burned out from the burpees, but if you've got any arms left, tricep extensions. So Mindy, Arija, I know you guys have bands. You can loop it up high, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna pull down to 90 degree. That's where you're gonna start, and then we are extending, right? So don't go too far up because then we lose tension. Keep it controlled to here, right? 4 sets of 15. Susie, what you could do is you could do any kind of like isolated tricep thing. So you could do like the 1 or the 2 dumbbell overhead. You could do like laying down skull crushers. That works as well. So anything that's going to isolate that tricep or that kickback, you can do the tricep kickbacks too.
Okay.
They're really good ones.
Thank you, Alan.
You're welcome. Awesome job. You guys did it.
Did it.
We did it. We did it, and we were chatty, and you were still patient with us. So thank you.
I'm gonna go crawl into the fetal position.